channel. I'm back to break down this 7-game MLB DFS slate on DraftKings and FanDuel. Before we get into it, if you do enjoy the content at any point in this video, if you could please take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to be here all MLB DFS season long, breaking down these MLB slates to help you guys become better MLB DFS players. Hope you guys win some money night in and night out. And if you are interested in some premium content, I do offer that. It's linked below in the description. You get access to all the same tools that I use when building my own lineups. Off to a good start in MLB, have taken on multiple tournaments, and I know my Patreon members have been pretty happy with the package over there from the feedback that I've gotten. So check that out if you are getting real serious, trying to be a really profitable MLB DFS player. And don't forget to stay tuned to the end of the video for my home run call of the day, fan favorite segment on this channel, the guy that I'm picking to go deep tonight. Don't pick a bat in Coors Field because that's kind of a cheat code, but stay tuned to the end of the video for that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start breaking down this slate today. As always, I like to go ahead and sort my sheet by K rate. It's fantasy sports. We get points for strikeouts. And the top guy on the slate today is going to be Walker Buehler taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. 27.7% K rate overall, a 12% swinging strike rate, 28.3% K rate against righties, and a 27.1% K rate against lefties. So really, really good across the board. And as far as the opponent he's taking on today in the Arizona Diamondbacks, they are a pretty weak lineup. So $11K on FanDuel. Over on DraftKings, he's priced at 11-1. I think he's going to be the top option for good reason. A 215 favorite. And these Diamondbacks bats aren't really scaring us. The only thing that is a little bit of note is, of course, the sticky substance thing that's going on right now in the MLB. I do think the K rate is going to be down for some of these top guys that you're seeing their spin rates decline and stuff. So I have a feeling that paying down a pitcher is going to be a thing for a little bit here, and that's something you might hear me repeat, but it just may be the truth. Second on the list, we got Lancelin taking on the Houston Astros. 27.6% K rate overall, a 32.8% K rate against righties, and a 22.6% K rate against lefties. Is very dominant against right-handed hitting. Against lefties, that strikeout rate does dip down quite a bit. And the hard part is he's taking on a Houston Astros team tonight that really doesn't have the most strikeouts in the lineup. However, they are dealing with a few injuries that are going to add in a few guys that do have a higher K rate, guys like Chaz McCormick. Now in the lineup, you got Abraham Toro. But still, overall, this is a lineup that really doesn't strike out, so it's tough going there. He's going to be the second option that you're looking to. However, we just have some guys in some better matchups. Logan Gilbert taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. We're dealing with a 28 innings pitch sample size now. Kid's been up in the league for a little bit now, and he has a 24.2% K rate overall. 28.6% K rate against righties, and a 20.3% K rate against lefties. Definitely better against right-handed hitting overall. But starting to show some improvement across the board. The hard contact stuff's starting to go down a little bit as far as, he was really allowing a ton of hard contact to start things out here. Still is a little bit, but definitely improving, and he's taking on a Tampa Bay Rays team tonight that has been striking out quite a bit up and down this lineup. Honestly, there are quite a bit of strikeouts to go around. The Rays only have a 4.24 implied run total. And as far as Gilbert's pitch count and how deep he's been going into games, we pull that up real quick here. You can see last time out, 92 pitches. The time before, 105 pitches. Only one earned run both starts, 5 and 6 innings pitched, and he was able to get 7 and 6 Ks. So I actually think that Gilbert's going to be a very solid option out of everyone we discussed so far. He might be at the top of my list. I mentioned paying down at pitchers probably going to be a thing with this new sticky stuff, and Gilbert might be that option today. Drew Smiley taking on the St. Louis Cardinals is a guy that I'm not going to have the most interest in, to be honest. The Cardinals are pretty good against left-handed hitting. Drew Smiley is really not that good, in my opinion, overall. He can definitely get the job done in certain matchups, but I don't think this is the one. Also, this game might be rained out. Looks like we do have some weather concerns, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one, but that's probably a no for me. Austin Gomber taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. This one's going to be in Coors Field, so kind of tough to be playing him. However, with that being said, Gomber has been one of the best pitchers on the Colorado Rockies. The Milwaukee Brewers do strike out a bunch. If there was a guy to take a risk on in this scenario, I do think that he could be the guy. So if you want to go there, I would not call you crazy. We have Valdez taking on the Chicago White Sox, another team that's been striking out quite a bit. They do have a very good lineup against left-handed pitching, however, so that's a little bit scary. Ground ball stuff is really, really good for Valdez, elite stuff across the board, and he does come in as a 130 favorite. So I think he could be a sneaky option. He is priced up, though, so not really sure it's a necessity to go there. And then we do have Patrick Sandoval taking on the Detroit Tigers, which is a team we target every single night. He does have a 14.3 swinging strike rate. That's best on the slate by quite a wide margin. 22.6% K rate against righties and a 22.7% K rate against lefties. And, we had mentioned maybe going to a guy in Logan Gilbert, but I also think Patrick Sandoval is the other guy that we could be going to, and those guys are probably going to be the ones I'm focused on based upon their price tags, based upon their matchup, and all that fun stuff. And to be honest with you, once we get past them, I'm not really all too interested in targeting any of these guys. And with that being said, let's go ahead and transition over to bats. As always, I like to go ahead and sort my sheet by Sierra, skill, interactive ERA. It's a good way of determining how good a pitcher's been so far in his career and how good he's expected to be in the future. And the worst guy on the slate is going to be Willie Peralta, taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Really, really bad across the board. We're dealing with a 41.2 innings pitched sample size, giving up a bunch of hard contact. Has been pretty good against righties, ironically, but against lefties is where he's just very dreadful, and he's taking on a Los Angeles Angels team that does have a very good left-handed bat in the lineup indeed in Shohei Ohtani. In that 2 spot, Ohtani's going to be a tremendous play tonight. And then not to mention, the Detroit Tigers bullpen is terrible as well. So anyone that's going to come in after this game, the Angels are going to be in a great spot to do some damage to. So the Los Angeles Angels in a great spot tonight. Second on the list, we got Vladimir Gutierrez taking on the San Diego Padres. He's been really bad across the board. Ground ball, fly ball, hard contact, all that stuff. Really not the greatest. He is not giving up the most slugging, though, ironically. So it's a little bit weird. These numbers, not quite all lining up. And I do think that we can target him. I don't think he's the worst in the world, but taking on a San Diego Padres lineup that has been very good all season long. Definitely a viable stack tonight. Tommy Pham, Fernando Tatis, Trent Grisham, Manny Machado, Eric Hosmer, all across the board, up and down that lineup. Even the guys in Jay Cronenworth and Victor Caratini can definitely be put in your lineups. Don't mind that stack whatsoever. Drew Smiley, if he is pitching, I do think the St. Louis Cardinals stack is going to be a viable one tonight. He gives up a 490 slugging to righties, a lot of ground ball, fly ball issues. Definitely a lot of opportunity for home runs. So if this game does play, the St. Louis Cardinals, I do like Tommy Edman, Dylan Carlson, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Tyler O'Neill, Yadier Molina, all up and down that lineup. Definitely some guys that can mash left-handed pitching. So I think they're ones to go to. Ryan Weathers reportedly was the pitcher. He's actually looking like it's not going to be him. It's going to be a bullpen game, I think, most likely. Yeah, Miguel Diaz opening, and then the San Diego Padres bullpen is going to go behind them. So for that reason, it's going to be kind of hard to target the Cincinnati Reds. Never really like to target them with the bullpen game. So with it not being Weathers now, I think he was sent down to AAA actually. So scheduled to start that he's no longer the one. I don't really think I'm all that interested in targeting a bullpen game of the Reds. They're going to be having difficult matchups all throughout the game. That's just how it goes with these bullpen games. If it's a lefty, they'll have a lefty coming from the bullpen typically, a lefty on lefty matchup, that kind of thing. So I just tend to avoid that if at all possible. Patrick Sandoval taking on the Detroit Tigers. He's just really good in the ground ball, fly ball stuff, and the Detroit Tigers aren't a good lineup, so I'm not all that interested in targeting him. Matt Peacock taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers is a guy that has some serious splits issues. Very good against right-handed hitting, but very, very bad against left-handed hitting. So any lefty that does crack this Los Angeles Dodgers lineup tonight is going to definitely be a viable play. Gavin Lux, Matt DeBeaty, Zach McKinstry, like all those guys for sure. And the Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen isn't that great either, and the Dodgers lineup is good, so you can stack them up and down as well. But the lefties specifically against this starter are really where you're going to want to look today. And that same rule is going to apply for the Colorado Rockies bats, because we're dealing with Adrian Hauser, who is very good against righties and very bad against lefties. So same thing there. The Colorado Rockies, we're definitely playing Tapia, Charlie Blackmon, Ryan McMahon, those lefties. Dom Nunez, going to like those guys quite a bit. It's in Coors Field, great hitting environment, so looking at them for sure. And then that's when things get pretty ugly, to be honest. I'm not really all too interested in targeting anyone else. And yeah, to be honest, I would just cut that off right there. If you want to go do some lower owned stacks, guys like Valdez, Lynn, and Buehler, they all struggle more so against right-handed hitting than they do lefties. So if you're stacking up against any of these three, elite pitchers on the slate, that's who you'd be going to. And yeah, that's my overall breakdown of this one. Before I let you guys go, I got to give you my home run call of the day. Let's get into it. And my home run call of the day today, without a doubt, is going to be Shohei Ohtani taking on Willie Peralta. I had mentioned his hard contact use against the lefties really, really bad. A 629 slugging, giving up 40% hard contact rate, 46.7% fly ball rate, only a 14.6% carry as well. Not going to get the job done. Shohei Ohtani's been one of the hottest hitters in the league. According to my Hot Hitter Statcast data tool, he is actually leading the league in barrels with 34, mashing the baseball. Love this spot, and if he doesn't get to Willie Peralta, he's going to get to face that Detroit Tigers bullpen, which we all know is not good. Got to get Shohei Ohtani in your lineups tonight. He is my home run call of the day. So there you have it, guys. Shohei Ohtani, get him in your lineups. And that is all from me in this one. If you did enjoy the content, if you could please leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, that would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to check out all the KJK DFS links, link below in the description. I got all sorts of fun stuff down there, premium content, merch if you're interested in some KJK DFS merch, all that fun stuff. Wish you guys all the best of luck tonight, and we will see you in the next one.